February 1959, the Ural Mountains of Soviet Russia. A group of experienced hikers set out to conquer the remote and treacherous peaks of the northern Urals. But something went terribly wrong. What was supposed to be a routine expedition turned into one of the most chilling and unsolved mysteries in history. This is the story of the Dyatlov Pass Incident. The Dyatlov Pass Incident involved 9 hikers, all students or graduates of the Ural Polytechnic Institute, led by Igor Dyatlov. They were seasoned hikers, familiar with the dangers of mountain trekking. On January 25th, 1959, they began the journey from the city of Sverdlovsk, with the goal of reaching the Ortaten mountain peak. But when they failed to return on schedule, a search party was launched. What they discovered would shock the world. On February 26th, a search team discovered the group's abandoned tent. But there was something odd. The tent was cut open from the inside, as if the hikers had been in a desperate panic to escape. Inside the tent, their belongings, shoes, jackets, and other supplies were left behind. But what was even more unsettling was the trail of footprints leading away from the tent, deep into the snow. And the hikers? They were barefoot, wearing little more than their underwear in the freezing temperatures. The footprints led the searchers to a campfire, where they found 2 of the hikers' bodies. But the scene grew even stranger from there. As the search continued, the bodies of other hikers were discovered, some near the fire, others far from the camp, as though they had scattered in a panic. Some of the bodies were found in positions that suggested they had tried to climb trees, while others were hidden under the snow. The most chilling discovery, however, came when the bodies were examined. Several of the hikers had suffered severe injuries, broken bones, skull fractures, and even internal injuries, as though they had been struck with great force. But there were no external wounds. What could cause such horrific damage without leaving visible marks? The mystery deepened when it was discovered that some of the hikers' eyes and even their tongues had been removed. What could have caused this, and why? Adding another layer of mystery, some of the hikers' clothing tested positive for radiation. The clothes were not only contaminated, but also showed signs of strange, almost unnatural wear. Was it possible that the group had been exposed to some kind of radiation, or was this all just part of something darker and more sinister? One theory that emerged was that the hikers had stumbled upon a secret Soviet military testing site. The area surrounding the Dyatlov Pass was known for its proximity to secret military installations, and there were rumours that the Soviets had been testing weapons, including nuclear devices, in the region. Some suggested that the hikers could have been caught in the aftermath of a military experiment gone wrong, perhaps an explosion or a radiation leak. Another theory points to a more natural cause, the idea of an avalanche. The hikers were found in a mountainous area, and it's possible that a sudden avalanche forced them to flee the tent in fear. The experts argue there was little evidence to support this. There were no signs of a typical avalanche like snow accumulation near the tent, and the hikers' injuries didn't align with what you'd expect from an avalanche. Some suggest that the hikers were simply caught in a freak natural disaster, and the radiation on their clothing and the strange injuries could be explained by a natural but rare phenomenon, like a sudden electromagnetic disturbance, or even some kind of rare atmospheric event. But this too remains speculative and unproven. Another theory, albeit more fringe, suggests that the hikers may have witnessed something supernatural. Some have speculated that the hikers saw mysterious lights in the sky, something unexplained and terrifying that caused them to panic and flee. This theory gained traction due to several other reports of strange lights in the sky near the pass around the same time. Could they have encountered something beyond our understanding? Could it have been something more sinister? The hikers were found with inexplicable injuries, missing body parts, and signs of extreme trauma. Some conspiracy theorists suggest that they were the victims of a government cover-up, or perhaps something far darker, an unknown entity or creature that lurked in the mountains. The injuries sustained by the hikers were not consistent with a normal avalanche or natural disaster. The severity of their trauma suggests something far more violent. Whether it was sudden force or an attack, we don't know for sure, but there's no explanation for how these injuries occurred. Though many theories have been proposed over the years, the Dyatlov Pass incident remains unsolved to this day. What caused the hikers to flee their tent? Why were their bodies found in such strange positions with such bizarre injuries? And what role, if any, did the Soviet government play in the events surrounding their deaths? The truth remains locked away in the frozen mountains of the Urals. Perhaps the Dyatlov Pass incident remained a mystery, but one thing is certain: What happened there in 1959 will continue to haunt those who dare to seek answers. Some mysteries are meant to stay buried, hidden in the cold silence of the mountains. Thank you for joining us in unraveling the mystery of the Dyatlov Pass. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for more chilling stories and unsolved mysteries of history. Until next time, stay curious.